Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, we're going to go with Styles P and Anjua Styles. Y'all remember Styles P and his wife that was on the Black Love doc, right? Mm-hmm. So for y'all who don't know, Styles P, a.k.a. Dave Styles, better known by his stage name. You know, he's a rapper, author, and entrepreneur. He's primarily known as a member from the hip-hop group The Lots. Styles, he married his wife. Am I saying right? Ajua? I think it's Ajua. Ajua? I think in an interview today, that's what they say he called her. On July 31st, 1995. Together they have 2 children, Noah and Ty. And they also have, A also has a daughter from a previous relationship. And I just wanted to highlight their relationship just to show, you know, they're the ones who really need to be on Love and Hip Hop, right? Mm-hmm. Like, why aren't they being highlighted? Why? Maybe she turned it down, honey. She said, I can't get involved in Mona Scott type foolishness. But, you know, love is love, right? And I think on their story, they show how he messed around, but, you know, they made it through. But more importantly, what I want to highlight is that their daughter, Ty, actually committed suicide a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And, you know, how they talk and stand out about that in our brown community, especially when it comes to young black women and how they handled it as parents and just overall how they handled it as a community, as a unit, was really just stand up to me, right? Yeah. Because that's devastating to lose a child and then to lose a child to suicide. Yeah. In the public domain, right? They're public figures. So that's not something they did silently, or they could do in a silo, right? So they had to do this pain outwardly, and how they were able to flip that pain into something positive. It's just something that it's just amazing to me and shows the testament of black love. Yeah. What's your thoughts on Styles and this woman?
You know, Styles holds it down, man. You know, it's one of the rappers I looked up to back in the 90s. You know, it's good to see rappers
maturing.
Yeah.
Not doing the same shit they was doing, right?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah. I even think on the doc, it was good just to see him, like, it was just a different side of him. Right? Like, just to see him as a family man, as a husband. His whole demeanor changed.
Right. So, I think it's interesting to see how these niggas aging. And so, you know, some of these niggas don't age well. Oh. Stevie J.
I was thinking Trick Daddy.
Oh. Okay. But some of these niggas don't age well. Yeah. And some of these niggas aging gracefully. Yes. Styles P is one of the niggas that's aging gracefully.
Right. You know, doing it and still not losing their street cred, I don't think at all, right? Mm. Or their edge, or the gangster, whatever you want to call it this way. I don't think he's losing that at all, right? But he's still doing it with having respect to his family and his household and what he's created.
Right.
And showing that you can have it both. Mm-hmm. More than who do we just usually point to? Jay-Z? He can't hold the weight of the world on his shoulder because it ain't Kanye. Anyway, who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 148, y'all.
Hey,
Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day, y'all.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. Remember, that's black with no K. What's going on?
Well, you know, I got a little bit of joy in my life. Since I've been out in Silicon Valley, I've just been aware and being connected to like all these resources and things that's happening. But I actually read this in Blavity. Did y'all hear what the Googles is trying to do?
What the Google's trying to do?
So the Google teamed up with the Obsidian Collection to digitalize the archives of black newspapers. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Right? So the Obsidian Collection serves as an archive of several black newspapers, including the Chicago Defender and the Baltimore Afro-American. The collection is now has a new lofty goal to digitalize every article and photograph in its collection. That's sickening, right?
I wonder if they're going to have the Michigan Chronicle in there.
I'm hoping that it'd be more and more as time goes deeper and deeper into it. So one of the quotes from Angela Ford, who's kind of spearheading the project, is, "It's more than just digitalizing for researchers. I'm passionate about the next generation seeing how awesome we are and changing the narrative permeating the American conversation right now about African Americans," says Ford. Ford is also excited about the accessibility of the images in articles. So that's what's up. So I think she's teaming up with Google's art and culture strategy to make this happen. So that's also the same department. Y'all know where you can take a picture of your face and to compare similar art. Mm-hmm. I think that's that same group of people.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have Niram go ahead and link it because I linked it. Have you seen them, Niram?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's already amazing. I think they got like 8 or so copies. So they got something called the Chicago Housewives of 1959. an article about the Chicago Defenders' new hair corner. Fred Hutchinson, the self-taught aviator. Joe Louis, like a highlight on him, and it's amazing. Like, it's just the pictures. It's just the history of it all, right? Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. And the way, I don't know who curated this and set it up, like, it just looks
stunning.
Yeah. Like, dang, Black people, we just made this stuff look good. Like, I'm nervous our picture's not going to look this good when kids look back at us in 50 years. So when the picture kids look at Nyambi in 50 years, they're going to be like, what is that filter? Hell, that's the problem. We're using so many filters, they're not going to know who is who.
Well, they ain't going to even see Nyambi.
Come on. Because, I prefer, I still don't trust it. But when I do, right, it's crazy. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through some of the pictures right now. And it's just beautiful. Niram, you really haven't looked at it? It's gorgeous.
No. I'll take some time to look at it this week, though.
Yeah, so y'all check out that. I'll make sure Niram link it in our Twitter or Instagram, too. So y'all can, I guess you maybe can, it's through Google, so I'm sure you can subscribe to it somehow. Next, Queen Oprah. So Oprah is to be honored by the National Museum of African American History and Culture with an exclusive exhibit.
What?
Hell, I thought she had one. But
I thought she did, too.
I was just mistaken.
Money she just spent on there.
Huh? No, we was just mistaken. She just owned the fucking auditorium.
Oh.
Because I was like, I'm sure she's in the museum.
She is,
but she don't have her own exhibit though. That's huge. That's heavy. I mean, well deserved, right? But that's heavy. So Oprah Winfrey is a living legend, and now the Smithsonian is honoring her as such. Her reign as a media powerhouse and businesswoman and Hollywood elite has spanned nearly 4 decades. So according to the Washington Post, the new exhibit, which is called Watching Oprah, the Oprah Winfrey Show in American Culture, opens this Friday, June 8th, and runs through June 2019. The exhibit features video clips, interview segments, movie costumes. Sophia. Movie costumes or Beloved. Ooh, that was Beloved. Ooh, that's still hard for me to watch Beloved. Movie costumes and personal photographs and journals to explore what has influenced Winfrey and how her work has helped shape American culture. So the showcase is divided into 3 different segments. The first would take a look at Oprah's childhood and early career and how the culture shifted from the 1950s and 60s and kind of cultivated her view. The second section will be a look at the 25-year run. Sometimes we forget this, right? So Oprah done had a whole nother life after this show. Mm-hmm. But her show was on for 25 years. The run of the Oprah Show, the highest rated talk show in history. Mm-hmm. And the last segment was for Oprah Winfrey's role as a cultural influence tastemaker in the movies she's produced, the books she's promoted by way of her book club and her philanthropy. Can we just go back to that?
Oprah getting all that colonizer money.
25 years. Like, we forget that, especially the kids born in 95, because as they were born, she was wrapping up.
Right.
I remember, like, the Oprah Show was the thing.
Mm-hmm. My mom used to watch it all the time. Shut up, boy. Go outside, go play.
Well, Oprah during that time, the tea is, Black women weren't really messing with Oprah.
Well, my mama was.
To the end of Oprah's career. Like, I remember watching it and being in the household, but it really ain't start popping off to really the end of Oprah. Like, I think we always put respect on her name. Mm-hmm. Always. Like, respect was there. But I don't know if Black woman was where we at now with Oprah, right?
Mm-mm.
Auntie
But she was that colonizer money.
Yeah, and she did what she had to do to stack her coins to then create her empire. Right? It's good to see that she had a master plan and she wasn't just crazy. Because I think sometimes people was real nervous about it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we already know what it is. So yes, congratulations, Auntie O. Nyambi will be out to see you before that exhibit close.
Hell, I was gonna say she already. Well, no, it wasn't. That was the entertainment section. But
she had like a little wall.
Like she had that couch from the Oprah Show, that purple dress.
Yeah.
And what else? A wig.
Don't do that.
No,
Oprah don't wear wigs.
Okay. It was a hairpiece there then. And some shoes. Don't
do that. Oprah she's been on television. Remember where Chris Rock ran his hand through her hair? And she said, "Oh, sweetie, this is real. This is not Kakalon." Oh. You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
Google that. Y'all want good homework, kids from 95? Google Oprah Winfrey and Chris Rock when he came out with good hair. Mm-hmm. And then, like, he tried to be funny and be like, "Well, Oprah, your hair real good." She's like, "Yeah, thank you." He was like, "Where you get yours from?" She's like, "My mama." And he was like, "That ain't all your hair." And then Oprah, for the white girl, and unloosed her ponytail. and ran her fingers through it and had him run his fingers through it. And he said, "That's all yours." Y'all remember that?
Yeah, she paid for it.
Ain't no tracks up in Oprah here. But if she did sell them,
Oh, there you go.
oh my goodness, Nerum about to play it.
No, I ain't gonna play it.
You just, yes, you is. Nerum talking about I ain't gonna play it.
Yes, you are. You're trying to call us out. Yes, you are. You're trying to call us out. And you did.
You got your hair nice today, though.
No. You were coming.
You knew this was the hair show.
I knew this was a hair show, so I said I'm going to wear my own hair.
You got a little extra piece right here, though.
I do not.
Look, she done flipped her head over. I told you.
Oh,
Look at Chris Rock. I know what to do.
Chris Rock ain't grab it right.
How you supposed to grab it, Nero? Please link this, Nero. Please link this too. Well, you said Chris Rock. How you supposed to grab it?
He's supposed to start from the top because Oprah went to the back. So look, she put that
She
head
got
down so you can touch the back of the wig.
So she's saying she got a versatile sewing.
Yeah.
Okay. The versatile sew is, the edges and you can make cuts and not cuts, parts in them and not know what's going on.
Right.
But shout out to Queen O. That's what's up. A little heavier news. Y'all hear about Kate Spade committed suicide? Take care of yourself. That shows success. And I think we're going to talk about it in the podcast. Just because you reach a goal and your dreams come true, that still don't mean you happy. Mm-hmm. And, my heart goes out to her family, whatever pain she was going through. But it's nothing to play out here. Like, mental health is not a game, and you have to make sure you're constantly taking care of yourself. Like, after seeing that today, too, like, I had to real check myself, too, right? Because I realized that, I'm not in the space I was when I was in white-ass New England. Like, that was more, financial. That was different stress, right? Now it's more, and maybe we'll talk about it later. I can't even explain it. Like, it's a different type of anxiety now that I'm trying to process through. It's nowhere near where I was before, but it made me realize that anxiety is anxiety, and depression is depression. It doesn't matter how it manifests. You just have to take care of it. Like, it's not the hierarchical Olympics, right? It doesn't matter what you're going through or what it looks like, right? You still have to address it. Or know how minor, how big. Like, it doesn't matter. We all going through it out here, and you have to take care of it. So that's something that reiterated it to me. And, again, thoughts and prayers to her family. That has to be devastating. Nerums?
Yeah, a couple things. Could somebody tell me why Malia braids is such a big deal?
Why are you hating?
I'm not hating. But like people
are you
was
trolling,
like,
Nero?
No, I'm not trolling. Like people
Don't
had
troll.
I'm not trolling, Ayabi. People had think pieces and all types of other shit
What?
talking about hashtag laid or played.
Oh,
So that's why I want to figure out why is this girl, this young woman, having braids such a big deal.
I mean, because she's Barack Obama's and Michelle Obama's daughter, so she's always going to be held to a ridiculous standard. But yeah, y'all need to be easy. Let that girl live. It's summertime. We know all the black girls, we in protective styling mode. So we in braids, twists, locks. We in something, right? That's breathable.
So that was my question. Ain't no hating.
Was
Ain't
it
no
cute?
trolling?
Was it cute? Oh, you ain't see?
Oh, you ain't seen it?
No, I ain't seeing that.
Oh my God. You need to see Malia's braids.
Why I gotta see it?
Because
I don't
people-
need to see it. I done had it for the last 30 plus years every summer.
Oh.
I know what it is. Is it loose at the end or straight at the end?
It is loose at the end.
Do it got a little piece of color in it?
Nah.
I mean, she done upgraded. Chad, they used to have her in them I was gonna say crisscross braids. What's they?
That's her braids.
Oh, okay. She kind of looked like Rihanna.
So I don't know what it is, but people was trying to run memes on her and everything.
Actually,
else.
can we have a think piece on how Malia survived Cambridge? Because that's the story.
So that's my question.
What's happening there at Harvard? That's the story. And what's the other girl, Yara Sheedy? Mm-hmm. Well, how that first semester go? How that first year? That's need to be the think piece. Can we have interview them about that? How that works with their well? Look, I think Malia's going full time, but how that work with Yara Sheedy? Is she going full time too?
I don't know.
What apartment they stay in?
I don't know.
Do they go partying?
Yes.
Just curious.
So that was my question. Like growing up in black culture, I've seen braids all the time. So it's like when she got her, I was like, oh, she just rocking
She not
braids.
just black. She not just growing up black culture. She is black culture. Next one.
Excuse me.
She was one of the first black. What's it called? The first kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we about to watch her for the rest of her damn life.
Like Chelsea Clinton ass. God damn.
I love Baby Charlotte. Baby Charlotte is so cute. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing the same thing to Sasha and Malia when they find a man. When Malia married her white man, and when Sasha married her black. Actually, I'm calling Dominican for her. When she married her Dominican man.
What? She gonna marry a hood nigga from Chicago.
Nah. And then they gonna have these weddings, and then they're gonna have these kids. Like we're following the Obama legacy for years. Because the thing is, the Obamas are young. Period. The Obamas were in their 50s.
Yeah.
Child, look, we gonna be rocking with them.
Right.
So-
Well, we're gonna see what these Netflix series gonna be. Maybe that's why they got it, so Malia can direct or something. 'Cause, you know, she was interning for Harvey Weinstein.
Harvard has a theater or filming.
I don't know shit. I just know
It's Harvard. They make it what they
I
want.
know she was interning for Harvey Weinstein, so I know she was
start no
interested
shit.
in some. I'm not starting that. I'm just saying. I know she was interested in filming shit. So
I mean, that's just
maybe-
shit you do when you're a child.
shit, you don't intern for no fucking Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, I'm talking about like theater and shit.
Okay.
I don't know if you go to Harvard for their.
Well, why Yarshidi there? Why her ass ain't at Yale then?
Yeah, I was gonna say Yale has a decent program. Man, who said they want to go for acting?
Well, shit, she an actor. She getting paid for it. So.
You the main one serial hobbyist to say they can't have more than one revenue stream. You're putting us black
look,
women in boxes.
I got 2 TV shows, Blackish and Grownish. Fuck school. I'm trying to figure out if I can get another.
just like niggas.
Hey, yes, it is. I'm trying to figure out if I can get another movie role.
No, she young, no.
Let these reruns run.
No, the thing is, she's young. They barely in their 20s. This shit can end in the next 10 years, and they're done. And then they gonna be in the 30s having a midlife crisis like us. And then what they gonna fall back on?
Shit, the money they save. We're living in their
Child.
mama house.
Nets, how we get on this? Let that girl live.
Also, happy Pride, niggas.
Oh yeah,
I know,
it is Pride.
You know, I'm just gonna say June is just Pride Month because I know Pride Week
You
is.
say Happy Pride, niggas. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's the appropriate. Is that how you say it? Happy Pride, niggas.
Happy Pride, niggas.
Okay, I'm gonna let you roll with it.
No, because I know Pride Week is it's
Pride Month, ain't it?
But don't different cities have like Pride Week go on different areas and things of that sort? That's what more or less I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just group it all together and just say Happy Pride, niggas. Happy Pride, niggas. No, okay.
You say it so forcefully.
What?
No, but yeah, shout out, celebrate.
It's just like if I would say Happy Birthday to somebody, I say Happy Birthday, nigga.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, it
It's not
is.
equivalent. No, it's like Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month, nigga. What? Don't look down on me because that's the way I say it.
Down on you.
Don't look down on me because that's the way I say it.
not looking down.
Happy Black History Month, nigga. Happy Kwanzaa, nigga. Oh my God. Happy Pride, nigga.
Happy Pride.
Shit, it's the same way to me.
How would you tell someone happy? How would you tell a woman happy Black woman? I'm sorry, Women's History Month.
Happy Women's History Month, nigga.
I thought you were gonna say bitch.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't call her a bitch because that's disrespectful. But I call her
but
nigga
we
too.
can say Happy Pride, niggas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking. Look, it's Black Love Matters.
Yeah.
It's Black Love Matters, and I'm talking to my black
Happy.
folk.
When is Black Pride Day?
I don't know.
That has to be a holiday.
I'm still on Pride and
Oh.
and telling
Just broadly,
telling the niggas Happy Pride.
just overarching.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Shout out.
So shout out. Other than that, I'm sad.
Nero surely is.
So I don't.
I shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah. Because self-care is hard out here in these streets.
Come on.
I done finally made it out to Silicon, Colonizer Valley, and I'm sad.
What do you
y'all.
call it? Silicone? You done made the silicone?
I done made it to Colonizer. And no, the thing is this. It's like running a marathon for me. It's like post-marathon depression. But it's like post-move depression. So what I mean by that is like when I ran my first marathon, I did all this training. I spent like a year and a half training for it. And like training and getting prepared and just doing shit for it, right? Until I actually ran the marathon. And then after I ran the marathon, I was sad. for about a month or so. I think the same thing is happening now. I done moved out here. I done got Naomi moved out here. I done moved back. I done got the house sold. I done did all this other shit that I done spent a lot of time doing. And now I done came back and now I'm sad. Naomi, what the hell are you doing?
I'm getting comfortable.
Why are you laying? See, this is why. I'm sorry, y'all. This is why we don't do the podcast on the couch.
Why not?
Because you do shit like lay down.
I'm getting comfortable.
No, this is not no lay down type of shit.
Finish your story.
Sit
now.
your
The
ass
thing
up.
is, you wouldn't be sad if you weren't worried about everybody else's business. Why don't you focus on
Sit your
Nero?
ass up.
And once Nero focus on Nero,
You know
you
what?
could be happy.
It's going back to the kitchen table. Nah. Everybody sit the fuck out.
Okay, we'll finish though.
But no, I think that's a real thing because Naomi, your energy off, Nero.
It is.
Your energy off. And the thing is, like, it's nothing really to be sad about, but it's like how you spent so much time, like, preparing and going through the motions to get here. Then when you actually do it, you get sad because it's like, damn, what else do I do?
Find a job.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. That's not fun though. That's not to chase.
No.
That's a serious hobby, as I be telling y'all Nero miss. This is what happens when he gets tired of an event or hobby or thing and he move on to something else.
What's that?
That's what I'm asking you. You got to figure out what your what's next is here.
I know.
I mean, but the first step is acknowledging, right? I think before, when this would happen to you, when you run your races or you do something, you wouldn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
You'll be like, nothing wrong. And I'm like, yeah, something wrong.
Yeah.
And
So,
it is. It's okay to own that. What are you going to do to take steps to heal it?
I'm gonna sit on this couch and play my Switch.
Okay.
Donkey Kong just came out, so I think I can spend about a month playing that.
Okay. So do you think that's going to be helpful?
Probably. It's a form of self-care.
Okay. And what else are you going to do in conjunction with that?
And then when I beat Donkey Kong, I'll probably get sad again.
Yeah. So do you want to be sorry and lazy in this situation? Sorry and lazy. If you do what I need to tell you.
No,
with that.
thank you. No, the
Dig
thing
deep.
is, Naomi, thank you. Can you get your feet off me? See, this is why you can't be laying on no couch.
Nero is moody. His
I'm
cancer
not
is
moody.
in full flit. Y'all know what else is happening?
What?
His birthday is under a month away. Jesus.
That's what it is.
I should. Neo, I'm sitting here with you. And y'all can just be on y'all menstrual together.
Look, I didn't.
Y'all
I
can support each other.
I done
through
did
y'all
all this
menstrual.
work. I then finally got out here, and my birthday is coming up. You know, it's time for me to get sad.
Y'all can be on menstruals together because I don't have time.
No, I'm gonna continue to look for jobs, but the thing is, in the summertime, I heard it's the worst time to look for jobs because everybody on vacation. So that's always gonna be the hustle of me applying for 5 jobs a day. But just working on some self-care.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is when the thing is when I went through the race, one of the things I did was just stop.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is to keep moving. So, having some type of routine, having some type of structure, get my ass up, getting some movement, and just setting like, all right, it's noon, I need to do this, and to treat my days like a work day, even though I'm not working right now.
Yes, that was Naomi was going to recommend. Like, it's the first week. So the first week, if you want to do nothing for a whole week, I think there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, so I think you're giving yourself these really high expectations for day 3.
But it's y'all niggas. It's my mama calling me. It's your parents asking that I look for jobs. I heard anything.
To the point where my mom's sending
Everybody.
jobs. My mom done crossed the country and found a job down the street talking about this is a good one here.
Everybody. I can't sit on my ass for a week. Because everybody, you find a job yet?
Yeah.
You been looking? You got any nipples?
Nipples.
What about nibbles?
Oh.
What anybody even bites?
Licks.
Damn. No, I've been here 3 days.
Licks. Looks. Taps.
Look, to the point it's like, well, I went to a job seminar. Oh, okay. How was it? You get any connections?
Ooh.
Motherfucker, no. And if I did, I don't want to talk about it. So leave me the fuck alone.
So I think it's okay this week to process your I like this week what you said. If you just want to sit on the couch, watch Donkey Kong and eat.
Play Donkey Kong.
Or whatever. And do whatever that. I think that's fine for the first week, right? But I think when we start hitting day 8, 9, and 10, that's when it becomes a problem. And that's when you need to create a routine.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think you just have to be in it. You have to acknowledge those feelings. You have to be in it. You have to be aware, like, yeah, it is something to be sad about, right? It's grieving, right? It's almost grieving a phase of our lives. Like we was almost out in New England and doing what we were doing for a decade.
Yeah.
That phase is gone. That chapter is closed. And I think it was closed in not a smooth way, right?
No.
It wasn't on our terms. God be the glory. Because we won't be here. But you know what I'm saying? So that's something you have to still process and grieve in its own. Like even if we was ready to go, it's still a grieving process to it, right? And then coming into this new space where the whole different world and energy is completely different. And to the point, I think it's to our benefit. They really don't care about the past. Do you know what I'm saying? Like no one, that's one thing I would tell you. No one is in California is interested in New England. No. Every time I say I'm from New England area, they kind of put on this face like they were sucking on a lemon. How was that?
Or
I said exactly how your face looking. I said exactly how you imagine it is.
Right.
Like they almost like, ooh, that's this different out here.
Or the thing is, you're like, oh, I'm from Boston area. Oh, hell, well, the Warriors could have been playing y'all, but y'all can get your act right.
Yeah, and me, I'm rooting for the Pistons. I used to do that with football. They be like, stay safe. I'm rooting for the Lions. I'm still waiting for them to come through. Look, I'm rooting for the Pistons, honey. So don't split the difference.
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with being in that narrow, right? Like I think it's okay to give yourself a week of whatever that's gonna be. Okay. So if it's nothing, it's nothing. But I think it's something to what you were saying, how next week you're going to have to form yourself a schedule. Now, I'm not saying 10 hours a day you got to be booked, right? But I think it's something about getting up at a consistent time, moving your body, eating, writing, journaling, applying for jobs. But also with applying for jobs, not taking that overboard. Like that, applying for jobs is near on fast time. But like applying for 10 jobs a day is not necessarily going to be good for your mental health. So maybe applying for 3 jobs a day, 4 days a week. You know what I'm saying? That's 12 jobs applied. Like that's the type of stuff I'm talking. And when you're done for jobs, guess what? You're done with jobs. Back away from the LinkedIn.
Cause I'm a LinkedIn warrior. I done got my LinkedIn premium. I'm paying money for this shit. I be inning everybody and all types of shit, making connections.
So like I think those are the type of boundaries you got to put up, right? And we live in this beautiful neighborhood. You need to walk this neighborhood at least a half an hour every day. Every time I come home, you need to tell me something. You need to tell me a motherfucking interesting fact. I almost said where we live.
Okay.
You need to be a good ass house husband to the point where I come home, you be like, oh honey, this is where we going this weekend. Or this is where we going tomorrow. I got reservations. Like that's the type of stuff. Like you got to do stuff that that stuff bring you joy. Even if it's stuff that don't bring Nyambi joy, I'm willing to sacrifice for you. So even if it's a lame ass hiking trail, sorry Tam, and all the hikers near, I'll go. If we ride these bikes, I'll even ride a bike, and you know how I believe those are dangerous.
You don't even know how to ride a bike.
I'm covered in the blood of the lamb.
You got to get you some training wheels.
So as long as it's not on a major street, I can make it work. That's the stuff I'm talking to. Like that's what I think you need to do. But as far as this first week, I think it's completely okay with being. Well, Nia only give people 3 days. I give people a week. So you got 1 week to just be. But after that, you don't have the privilege to be anymore. So you get a week.
All right. Thank you.
Did he dismiss me?
No, I just said thank you. I'm accepting and moving on. Not a dismiss.
Oh, that's that cancer.
So we got a Black Love story this week.
Ooh.
You want to lead this off?
I guess.
Well, go ahead then.
So this week, Black Love story is from Z. Did you get permission to say their full names?
No.
I always be hesitant to say people's like full names.
Well, look.
Z and we'll do Zani and Simone. And they've been together for 2 years, and they just got married like 2 days ago. Looked like it. And they got married in May 7th, 2018. What was that, a couple weeks ago?
That's about a month ago, baby.
What month are we in? Oh,
June.
It is a month. Well, that's still soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So, okay. Anyway, how did you first meet?
What do you say to people who got married? Oh, congratulations, niggas. Oh. Nah.
Congratulations, y'all. We're happy for you. It says, how did you first meet? It said in basic training, lost contact and reconnected via Facebook/Tango after 7 months or so. First of all, basic training. So everybody's in shape.
Yeah.
That's amazing. In Tango? Facebook Tango. Who just Tango? Who? Tango is like FaceTime, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's an intentional phone call.
Yes.
It says, when did each of you know your partner was the one? It says, the first weekend we spent together in downtown Charleston. I heard downtown Charleston was gorgeous.
I heard so too.
What y'all doing downtown Charleston? Look, I be newsy.
Right.
What else y'all do? What you eat? What you see?
Right. Did y'all gaze into each other's eyes?
It says, what's the key to success of your relationship? It says, being yourself, being natural, and understanding. Oh, what do you think about that being natural, partner?
Yes. You can't force anything.
You think you think that's our generation try to force things?
Yes. Give be like, I like you now. Let's fuck. All right.
Oh my God.
Let's get married.
And sometimes you can just be in like. Just
Right.
because you in like with somebody don't mean you love them.
Right.
Just because you love them don't mean you like them.
Exactly.
Separate episode.
The difference between being liked and being loved.
Being in like and being in love.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. And in lust. Them all different things, right?
Yes, it is.
It says, what advice do you give young married couples? It says, do what feels right for you two. Don't worry about what other people think or doing. If it feels right, do it. I think that's Niram's philosophy.
Yeah. If it feels right, then do it. If you don't, why are you doing it then?
As you reflect on our relationship, has there been anything that you think we've done differently or folks have looked at us crazy?
I think folks looked at us crazy when we bought a house.
Did you? I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah.
What feedback did you get?
Well,
It's a blessing now, honey.
it is.
Thank goodness I got that.
But I think a lot of people was looking at us kind of crazy because it's like y'all been together this long, and
Don't
y'all
you want
just
a wedding,
yeah,
a wedding instead of a.
and y'all gonna go buy this house before y'all get married and have a wedding and all this other stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's a great business move.
It was.
And like some people looked at us crazy because
I didn't even pay attention to that.
yeah,
Who?
your family,
My family?
our family, total.
My family did it.
It was people in the family. They might not told you, but they looked side eyed.
Really?
Yes.
Where was I at? In my Leo energy?
Yes. In your own world. But I think for a lot of
Decorating
people,
my house.
exactly. But I think a lot of people, because those are the pressures of the, American dream / black family. When like, all right, y'all 25 now, go ahead and get married, have some kids.
Yeah, we older than that.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
get married, have some kids. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
we were gonna buy this house. So I think that was one of the things that we did different. That I'm happy that we did because, hell, motherfuckers still be in debt for their own marriage and shit. Hell, I know. Never mind. Pause. Never mind.
Real pause, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the flip side. So if we use the money we invested in the house, we wouldn't have the money we have coming out
Yeah.
of it now.
So I think, the choices you make, and not to say that a grand wedding would have been amazing.
And who said it's still out the question?
Yeah. It would have been amazing, but still, like,
Yeah.
hell, why about, spend that money that you had saved up, get a house?
But the thing is, I don't think, I think sometimes we wedding bash. There's nothing wrong with a nice wedding.
Look, it ain't tricking unless you got it.
Ooh.
It ain't tricking unless you
I
got
think you can still have a nice wedding on a budget too. But yeah, I am anti going into debt over a wedding though. I think if you only got a $5,000 budget, you only got what?
a $5,000 budget, chicken wings, a pig roast, and a
Not
wedding,
a whole ass pig.
a whole hog. You know how them niggas like them
And
pigs,
just roast it
right?
and just cut up all that pig ass.
Mm-hmm. And just
Look,
make
take it from our Latino brothers and get some tortillas.
right. Pulled chicken. I heard the
Pulled
cheek.
pork.
I heard pork. I heard the cheek of the pig is the most softest, tender part.
Oh please, coming from niggas who eat pig feet, whatever.
What I'm telling you, that's why I said the cheek is tender.
Yeah, I mean you act like a cheek is something scared to eat when we got niggas who eating pig's ass.
No.
Oh my god. I just had a flashback to that Instagram post when they showed chitlins, and when the chitlins, the ass was still attached. Oh my god! I don't know how y'all niggas eat chitlins. I don't know how y'all do it. I'll fuck a ham hock up. Actually, no, I won't. I don't like the fatty part of the ham hock. I only like the meaty part of it. I don't eat the fatty part of it.
So bougie.
That gelatinous, I can't get with that gelatinous texture.
Bougie.
You eat chitlins, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Are you vegan?
Used to be.
I caught a red-handed. Y'all caught a offended.
Y'all niggas
got
know I ain't been vegan since Easter. You can thank Naomi to that. Her ass had that talking about we having ham for I'm having ham for Easter. I don't know what the fuck you having, nigga.
Got a red head. I said, "Do you eat chitlins?" He said, "Yeah. Hot sauce. Hot sauce is a chow chow."
Yeah, some
Oh,
hot
you
sauce
vegan?
and some vinegar.
Never had to think about it.
Shit. Vegan curious? Yeah. I always said I said
Do we
hello.
need to have an episode on just black cultural food?
Sure.
And do we need to leave some of it alone? Or do we it's that argument? Do we leave it alone? Or do we keep pushing forward? Because I seen this special on Food Network, maybe Travel Channel, where it was like white people were just now. Well, actually, I shouldn't say they stealing it because I think poor white people used to eat that type of stuff too, right? How they're making it like high end.
Yeah. We was at a restaurant for restaurant week and they had a quote unquote pork shank.
Yeah.
And I ordered it and it was a fucking ham hock. And I was pissed because I done paid $35 for a $3 piece of meat.
So that's my thing. It's not the fact that restaurants are flipping it. It's the fact that they are flipping it and making like
Right.
100 times the amount
Gentrifying my ham hock.
on it. And the thing is, I know they have to make a money, but like Nero said, this ham hock is $3. Why are you charging $50?
Right. I can get 2 smoked ham hocks for $5.50 at Walmart. And you can charge me $35 for this ham hock. Calling it a pork shank. Ain't no goddamn
And it's
shank.
not even a good meaty one.
No.
It's an organic one. Okay. Come on, Nero, you gonna read the next one?
No, you can go ahead and read that.
Alrighty. It's Net says, anything else you want to tell us about your love story? It says, love at first sight is real. When the chemistry is so strong, it can't be ignored. In basic training, we would stare at one another, but never really spoke. He'll say a few flattering words and I'll smile, but never got past that. Who would have thought after months of passing by, I found him on Facebook, write him a message, and he responds a few minutes later. Started with messages to phone to video calls until I went over to see him. And when I tell you we literally are inseparable, I moved to a different city and that's where it began. Our love took off from there and now we're married. We just felt so comfortable. It wasn't forced or phony. Even though we knew each other from work at the time, we were still strangers and I have never felt so safe around somebody in my life. He knew I was the one and I knew the same about him. The feelings are truly amazing. Shout out to Steve. I like this couple.
Beautiful couple. You see the picture?
No, I ain't see the picture yet.
Oh, okay.
I love Nero. Are you putting the pictures out? That's something you can do this week.
Look.
Nero has a collection of black love pictures that he's hoarding, and I don't know why he's hoarding them.
Because when I get on my shit, I'm just gonna bust y'all niggas over the head with nothing but black love pictures on the feed. That's why.
But no, it's wonderful, and I do see the picture. Ooh,
That was a beautiful couple.
I like this one. This is their wedding picture. Looks like it. Oh, I like the hat. Yeah, this is super cute.
All right.
Shout out to y'all, love. Thank y'all for sharing.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
All right, we're gonna roll into some pillow talk.
What's going on, Nero?
So we started this episode talking about mental health, and I think we're gonna go ahead and bring this episode full circle to some more mental health.
Okay.
So, couple things. I want to kind of lump these two things together, and then we can talk about it. Okay. First things first is that Jamie Foxx had an interview with Hip Hop Hollywood, and he talked about a lot of things, but also his battle with like drug abuse and his manic depression and things of that sort as well. So he was talking about how he had like a similar breakdown to Kanye. But he said, the only difference between him and Kanye is that he had like family members that loved him that kept his ass in the house while all this mania went around.
Oh, wow.
So he talked about how, I had a similar breakdown to Kanye's, but having people around me wouldn't let me go out in public due to the side effects of like the drugs. So he also mentioned like how, you go in there to the hospital or whatever, and you have 2 drugs and then you come out and you have like 7. So he was talking about how that's something that they do, and how mental illness might be the next opioid addiction type thing.
Oh, because
how a lot of people are being misdiagnosed, and the side effects of these drugs are super crazy, and how some people rather not be on
anything. Yeah, because a lot of times when it comes to your mental health, and if you're taking medication or you're supplementing it, it's not a one and done compared to if you have a cold or if you have something like, diabetes or something where there's a few on the market, right? But the reaction, you kind of already it's easy for doctors to anticipate what the outcome's going to be, right? If there's going to be adverse reactions, they kind of know if you're prone to that compared to when we're dealing with the medications or supplements that deals more with mental health. Every person is so different, right? We really don't know what the outcomes of it looks like, and it takes a lot more fine tuning. And I think one-on-one work with your medical provider, and a lot of times it's more than one medical provider, right? So you're dealing not only with your primary doctor, but you could be dealing with a psychiatrist, right? So it's a lot of folks in conjunction, like say if you're doing behavioral therapy in conjunction with the medicine. So it's a lot more moving pieces, and that's a privilege that a lot of people don't have.
Right.
So if these are celebrities with, I don't want to say unlimited income, but a lot more access to resources than the average Joe, and they're having this much trouble transitioning, how you think Keisha and Tyrone feel, who just kind of go to their doctor or family or friend and like, what am I supposed to do? Even if they just go to their, you know what I'm saying? If they go above and beyond, just go to their doctor. Half the time the doctors aren't equipped alone, right? In isolation, because I'm saying you go into your primary care, right? Aren't equipped. They'll give you what some Prozac. They give you antidepressant, right? But sometimes you need a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Or a different form of it, right? So it's real.
But, this also goes back to that whole thing is, especially with Kanye album. I was looking on Apple Music, and it got like the first 7 like top set. So this whole album was on the
So he getting positive reinforcement for this.
top charts. And I slipped and listened to a few
I ain't
tracks.
listened to
I
a
know you
darn
haven't.
thing.
And I know some niggas is like, no, I'm not listening to the nigga, no matter what. But I was like, well, let me see. But the thing is, what I noticed is that this nigga, this is like a cry for help.
The album?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So he got a song talking about how, how you thought about killing you.
Killing who?
Exactly.
Oh. Look, I'm not even his family, and I got questions.
Exactly.
I want clarifying.
Exactly.
I have a clarifying question.
But it's talking about, I guess, I'm assuming his other personalities, because he's like, I think about killing you, and sometimes I even think about killing myself. So, and I love myself, but I think I want to kill you too. So, and that shit, but also like you can tell that this brother is going through, some sense of mania. And, he's even mentioning that, he's not on his drugs, he's not on his meds, and he's saying, like, this is a superpower. And I just don't think it's you not being properly medicated and not seeking proper proper treatment is not no superpower. And I think that's the thing that most people don't understand when when you have, like, bouts of mania and things of that sort, because as high as you can go and you feel like you're fucking invincible. Hell, the low you can go too.
Yeah, you plunging.
And feel like you're dead.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things that really stand out to this interview, y'all should go check it out, from Hip Hop Hollywood, is that Jamie Foxx said, I was in a bad place because I felt like I was literally losing my mind. I always had a childhood fear of losing my mind, and I need someone to help me bring me out of it.
That's real. I don't know if that's the childhood fear I have. What's the childhood fear you've had?
I don't know.
I
Being
think
paralyzed.
Oh, yeah. I have one. I think I've already shared.
What?
I told you looking in the bathroom mirror and seeing somebody behind me.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. Or the flip side to that, looking in the mirror and then the reflection I see in the mirror start to move, but I don't move.
Oh, shit.
Hit.
What do you do then? You just break the mirror?
No, I'm getting on my knees to go to glory.
Oh,
because
shit.
only the God, I know God is real. Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah.
So looking at my reflection and my reflection's doing something that I'm not doing, or I move and my reflection's not moving. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That shows us some type of alternate timeline. Do. Y'all know how I feel about alternate timeline, and time is a construct.
So Naomi on some Matrix shit.
I'm on something.
Red or blue pill, Naomi. Red or blue pill.
Y'all playing with me, but I'm for real. You asked me.
I hear you, rap.
But also what Jamie's talking about, this idea of losing your mind is serious. I definitely have friends on the sense of that. Like, they have a fear of getting Alzheimer's, right? Because ain't that the version of it?
Yeah.
Right, when you actually lose connection with reality, right? Current reality. Like, it's not linear anymore. I think that's the best way to it's a deterioration with Alzheimer's, right? But it's no longer, time is no longer linear for folks with Alzheimer's, right? They think they're back in another.
Yeah, a different place.
Yeah. And it's real to them.
Exactly. So this also, the next topic kind of flows into this. So Kofi.
Kofi.
Ralph Angel is the name we like to call him.
Yes.
Released a short documentary about Black mental health.
It was really done well.
Yeah.
Like, the cinematography was gorgeous.
Yeah. So Kofi directed a new short documentary called "What the Fuck Is Mental Health?" or WTF. Mental health, and hopes to spark a conversation about the importance of mental health in the Black community. According to Ebony, the short doc was filmed in the Bronx and highlights 7 people who discussed the challenges they faced in their mental health journeys. The documentary was released to Huffington Post, and Kofi opened up about his own mental health struggles he felt during the rise of his acting career. What served as an inspiration to this was to create, what served as a inspiration to create this mini documentary. Furthermore, this was also like a companion to this another piece called Jump, which is another short film that he created after his mentor died by suicide just before Kofi got the call to be on Queen Sugar.
It's amazing. I watched it.
Yeah. So definitely go check that out. It's like 4 minutes long, and it, like I said, it just talks about 7 different people talking about their struggles with mental health, and then it's some jump cuts to Kofi looking out into the beach or something like that for the rest of y'all ladies out there.
Oh, yeah, he looking good in there. No matter what he is looking good now. But I think it's a real conversation. Like, it needs to be normalized. Almost what I talked about earlier this week. Difficult emotions need to be normalized in our community because we have to talk about it. What was one of the key things the young lady said? You can't heal what you don't reveal.
Yeah.
So if folks don't know you're going through something, people don't know how to help you through it. Even if it's to the point where you be like, because sometimes, when you are in a heavier or a darker place or an dramatic episode, it's hard to say what you want and need. But even just telling someone, like, I need you here right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what I need you to do. I don't know what's going on with me, but I need some type of companionship right now was huge.
Absolutely. Like I mentioned a few times, my brother committed suicide back in 96 when I was 10. So as a person who, dealt with that and watched and seen the result of the family have that effect on his death having an effect on the family, to myself having suicidal thoughts and, going through that. It is a lot to go through, and you need to, A, recognize what's going on, but B, be strong enough to ask for help. And just knowing that asking for help and reaching out is not a weakness. It's actually a strength to say, like, something ain't right and I need you here, or I need somebody here.
Yeah. So I know my reemerging theme is that we have to talk about it. So if you got kids, check on that friend who appear to be strong, who necessarily, might be hiding. Like, this is the time to check on folks, especially what's going on now. Like, there's been an upkick in trauma to the Black community. Actually, no, it's always been the same. What's going on ain't nothing new. But what I would say, that with the use of social media and just technology, it's more accessible and it's more in your face. Where I think before, if you wanted to see the images of it, you had to search them out, or you had to actually be there, right? But now you don't have to search them out or be there. You could just be minding your Black ass business, scrolling chicken recipes, and a dead body will come across your time feed now.
And you see somebody,
trauma. So I think it's different. I don't think the ratio, the number, that ain't changed, right? That's always been there. We always been aware, but I don't think it's just been in our face as much. It's a constant re-traumatizing of events over and over and over again. That how do you recover?
Yeah.
How do you recover from this trauma?
It's a lot.
That's the blessing and the curse of technology.
So,
which leads to times where I think you might have to take. I think a part of mental health is taking a break from social media, and I know everyone don't believe that, but I think a part of our mental health routine has to include disconnecting.
Yeah,
and I know I get flack for that, but we all can't be on all the time. Like, it's enough of us for us to rotate out. What you think, Nero?
I agree.
We all can't be on at once.
And I think that's one of the hard things for myself because my field is social media or a part of it. So it's almost like I feel like I have to be connected to it to fully grasp what the hell is going on.
FOMO.
Yeah. But also it's the job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is some FOMO that comes with it. But it's also like if I go, if I leave for a month, shit changes and moves so fast that hell, I can be behind.
Yeah. But sometimes you just have to do that, right? You just have to take that break and trust that your muscle can get back up. And also, for a creative, you can talk about this, right? So I think it also presents itself different, like depression, anxiety, all that stuff, mental health in the creatives. Is there a point where consuming triggers it? And you need to be in a place of creation. And when you're in this place of creation, isn't it best not to consume anything so you're not influenced, right?
Yeah.
Like, does that? I don't know. I'm not a creative. I'm not energized by creating. That drains me.
Well,
so I'm trying to speak to the creative because I think it's a little different.
Well, that was why Kanye, that premise of him not consuming his drugs because he, I don't want to say his drugs, but his medication because he felt like he was foggy and he wasn't clear to experience his full creativity. So that's why he didn't consume his medication. But yeah, I completely agree, especially in this. Not agree with not taking your meds.
Oh, I'm about to say, I don't. This is me. I
let
don't.
Let me clarify right there.
I don't.
Niggas, take your meds.
I don't.
Niggas.
I don't agree.
But what I do say is consuming, there's a different mind of, like, your brain works differently when you're consuming something and when you're creating something. And I know that when I'm, like, fully in the mode, best for me is when I've, like, woken up, haven't checked my phone, haven't looked at it, and just got right into it because it's something about that raw energy of not being able to or not consuming something and just having your fresh thoughts that when you add in life, social media, scrolling, that it kind of puts like this haze or fog over you. And I notice it sometimes that, I was thinking about writing something and then I said, well, let me check my phone. Let me check Instagram. I scroll for about 5 or 6 minutes and like that.
Yeah.
That motivation or that je ne sais quoi is just gone. So that was one of the things I was even talking to you about is that I'm going to start leaving my phone out in the living room. So when I do wake up,
it's not the first
my cell phone is not the first thing I'm reaching for. And that has been something that has been lately is that as soon as I wake up, I can be like half asleep. And the first thing I reach for is my phone. And that's not necessarily a good thing.
No. Especially when you're not in the best space.
Right.
Especially when you can be hit with different traumas instantly.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to look at my phone that much. Like when I look at my phone, I be very particular. Like I'm looking at a show. Like I try not to do the social media thing too much because it can be overwhelming, right? And then I think we're a little older, so this doesn't play much into it. So see other people when you're not seeing trauma. So it's the strings, right? So when you're not seeing trauma, you see niggas living their best life,
right?
And meanwhile on the ranch, you just done gained 10 pounds, right? So none of that's good for your mental health, and just learning to be aware of that and taking that in.
Yeah. And, you also got the features. You got that mute feature.
Mute.
So, mute some niggas.
Yeah. This is good podcast season. I like to tell folks.
Yeah.
Sometimes instead of going on social media, just turn on a good podcast and
listen. Just turn on a podcast and just listen. Yeah.
And go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different energy. But allowing yourself to be, like what we talked about earlier this week, be in that space and make sure you have your community.
Yeah.
That was a good one, Nero.
Yeah.
You like it? Anything else? Are we good?
Let's give them one more topic.
Okay.
Here we go. So on a lighter note,
we were a little heavy today, weren't we?
A little heavy, but you know what? You need it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to talk about that mental health because it's something that.
And, thank y'all for voting. I know a lot of folks voted. Tam and Dan sent a picture. Y'all better get out and vote.
Yeah, y'all niggas better vote. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Go vote.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? Vote or die.
Vote or die. Let's bring that back. Vote or die.
So next topic is 3 signs. This actually comes from Psychology Today.
Our favorite.
Your favorite. Our favorite. 3 signs that your relationship is built to last. So it says, what is the secret to happiness and a long-lasting relationship? Psychologists and relationship experts are always scrambling to find the answer. While they don't know the answer, they have 3 ways you can tell that you and your partner are on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready for this?
I'm ready.
So the first one is bidding.
What does bidding mean?
So like sitting bids. So,
oh, Nerium, you look really nice today.
oh, thank you, baby. You
Is
look
that-
very
is that a
nice. As
bid?
well. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. No, finish explaining.
So Dr. Goutman is well known for his work on marital.
Maternal.
I can't even get it out.
Marriage.
Marriage stability, and it's created with the idea of bid attention.
Yeah.
So bids are classified by a response of either turning away or turning towards your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if your wife tells your husband that there's something interesting or important to her, and he responds by being uninterested or nonchalant, he essentially is turning away.
Yeah.
And this type of behavior is detrimental to a relationship and conveys lack of support and lack of support and attention. So turning towards your significant other during bids for attention creates commonality and showing that you're both interested. And this also promotes conversation and connectedness. So yeah, it's those bids for attention. So hey, you look nice today.
Yeah, instead of saying whatever this old thing.
Yeah.
I look like a booger wooger.
Mm-hmm.
You supposed to say thank you, baby. You look good today.
Right, and give
Daddy, and give a wink.
and give a wink back.
Daddy with a Z.
You know, maybe give a touch.
oh,
rub a knee.
touch.
But I thought that was interesting because when I was reading this article, it reminded me of when we first started going to couples counseling, like way back when we first got started, and we found out about this bid, and we got to the point we started being petty. You remember?
Tell the people.
So we got to the point where somebody and I and like, I just gave you a bid. Oh, so you gonna deny my bid?
Oh, so we denying bids this weekend.
Oh, so that's how we is up in here?
We deny bids.
Baby, I said you look nice. Oh, you know, bid denied? Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Put their ass on Front Street.
I mean, but it helps though.
It
right?
does.
It helps recenter you. It helps reground you. It helps brings you back to focus.
Yeah, cause about us being petty and doing that shit, but it also showed like, hey, I'm bidding for attention. I'm bidding for your attention.
Yeah.
And you just gonna deny my shit.
Be present.
Yes. The other one's bickering.
Oh.
So they said based on
Our favorite thing.
Yes.
That's what we do earlier today.
Yes.
Don't get your feet off me. Do better.
Shit.
Cancer energy.
Stop laying on the couch when we're doing a podcast. This is a professional thing here.
Come on.
We're trying to elevate.
Wrap it up, Nero.
IAB. So it says based on recent research, a couple that bickers can result in conflicts has actually increased the chance of maintaining a long-lasting relationship than couples who don't bicker, because it shows that by people who don't bicker, they tend to hold in and have like this pent-up emotions, anger, and they're more likely to have explosive fights versus someone who a couple that have like these small tiffs or bicker back and forth. They can like go through their little tiff and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's right, because I think it's like about being authentically you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think bickering can come off fun at the end, but you're able to be you in that situation and work through that in a safe space. So that's why I
Right.
think when you want to bicker, you don't want to fight, right?
Right.
You want to be able to go back and forth where you feel like you're in a safe space.
Right. And I guess the main thing is like being open to communication. So whether it's a problem or moving forward, you know, communication is like really the cornerstone of a happy and long-lasting relationship.
Yeah. Ditto.
And the last one is kindness.
Kindness is free.
Kindness is free, but
Give it to everyone.
it is. Kindness enhances love in your relationship while also providing your partner with validation, comfort, and understanding. Active kindness
Oh, what's that?
in a relationship provides stability, leading a long and more satisfying connection. So, like I said, again, kindness is free, and does not mean that you always, not showing anger or annoyance, because that is part of life. But it just means that we are being careful in the way that we display these moods to our partner, because we both are active members in the relationship. And each partner must be aware of each other's feelings, as well as remain conscious not to cross those boundaries, and that can be potentially harmful to a relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So be kind, y'all.
Yeah, I agree. Nice.
Anything else?
No, I think that's good. It's really the kindness thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've really been trying to work on kindness, not only in our relationship, kindness and compassion in our relationship, but to everyone.
Yeah.
So folks who even piss me off, and I'm lucky people don't piss me off at work no more. But I even think to, like, when I'm driving in the morning, traffic is a bitch. Like, I try to really be kind, and I think it's wearing off on people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know it's little things. You're supposed to do little things. And I'll be like, or I guess I'm talking about working. And I'm like, oh, no worries. You take your time.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh, thank you. Like, it completely changes their energy too. So,
yeah. So those are the 3 things, y'all. If y'all are showing bids, bickering once back and forth, and being kind to each other, that at least show you that you're on the right path.
absolutely.
Yeah. So that was a good episode.
Wonderful episode.
Yeah. You want to wrap us up?
Of course I will. So, as always, to submit your Black Love stories, go to blacklovematters.com. And to submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything we talked about today, you can do that on the website, SoundCloud, Stitcher, any form of social media. That's Black Love Matters. That's Black Love Matters with no K. Or leave us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Sorry, I took like a gulp of air. Talk to y'all later. And wait, shout out to Simone and Zanny though. We love that Black Love story.
Yeah,
it was
shout out to
beautiful.
them.
Y'all keep it coming. Thank y'all. We asked and y'all showed out. So thank you.
Yep.
And as always, talk to you later. And remember,
Love is ever evolving.
peace. Oh, that merch still up there too, y'all. 30% off.
30% off. BLM 30. BLM 30 for 30% off.
All right, love y'all. Bye.
Bye.